So it's only about the truth, we are in a battle, and it's not that we won the battle. We are in a battle not because we won the battle, but we have been approached with the battle. So these are the things that you need to understand in your life, in your lifetime, so that you spend the rest of your life, knowing where you are going. You have a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of power in you. So I discovered, back then in a college, there's this man, this guy. I kind of forgot his name, but he was short. His height was not average. He was not the height was not normal to that of other his fellow students. So the rest of the people, they usually they used to laugh at him. Hi, Mr. Short Boy, hi, Short Boy. He got so isolated, and he was angry all the time. I then realized that wait a minute, I need to talk to this man. And what happened is that I only said to that guy, why is it that you are always quiet and you are angry, you don't look happy? And he said, you see, they always laugh at me. I've got no friends, nobody to talk to. Then I said, wait a minute, why do we have to have friends? At this particular moment, instead of being, angry, instead of, try to panic every time, just try to find why is it that you are short, nature cannot make a mistake. There must be a reason. There must be a reason why is it that you are short. So instead of panicking, try to concentrate along those lines, and try to find why is it that you are short. So from that day, you are smiling, and he also finds himself, and he continue to he was strengthened. From that point. I saw a flash on his face, and even up to this day, that man is a successful man. He owns a couple of business in the society. So you see, some of the people, they are being hidden from a certain wave at a certain stage. Some of the people, some will be, fat, some will be taller than normal, and all those kinds of discomfort that always happen, in the society. You must not panic. That's the message. You must not panic. You must, because if you panic, you won't change nothing. You only get yourself, repeat, the same, panic over and over again. So what you need to do is you need to find yourself, find the reason. Why is it that we've got a mango tree? Why is it that we've got a guava tree, an apple tree? But it's the same soil. These trees are growing on the same soil and the same ground. So yeah, you need to understand that. You need to understand that in order to be efficient, remember the goal is for the world to be efficient, because we have great musicians, we have great scientists, all those people are not. We don't need to waste them as a world, as a civilization. We don't, and the thing that I saw is that we tend to as a group of people, the things that we see as alright, let's say is sugar. If you put sugar there, a bucket of sugar, then there a bucket of salt, and you send maybe 15 children to choose, just say just go there and take a teaspoon of what you want between that sugar and salt. So you see that the majority, if not all of them, will run towards sugar. But is it that salt, is useless? Salt is cursed. What is it? That it's just that as a civilization, there are some sort of things that we tend to favor the most, and we don't have time to analyze on the other side. We need to have time to analyze on the other side so that we become efficient. So my point was that of the efficiency of the world. We need great musicians, and if you why do we have music on this land? It's just the healthy of the civilization. That's why we need music for refreshment, for doing this and that. As we are doing business, it's a business that we are here. So there must be a chain of different business, not just one business. There must be a chain. That's why you see, I always talk about being innovative, so that we tap into some of the fields which are not already on the light, which are not in the light, so we need to tap into new businesses, so that we become health again. There's a force of coupling, which is a very strong force, which can destroy civilization, which can destroy kingdoms, can destroy even families. I see at work. That's why you see most of the people, they have got grudges at work. They've got grudges in the family. Is the force of coupling. Even in the nations, we've got two superpowers, then it becomes a problem, because we have a couple, and so there will be some sort of tension in between at work. So if you tap into another businesses, then you are expanding, you are extending, and you are not promoting the all sort of grudge and stuff. You are sort of preventing the tension, and the evil, and the world goes on. We need to prevent evil. We need to prevent evil. That's another topic of another day. Why is it that we have evil on this land? Those are some of the factors that lead to evil beings. The prophets are made. The scientists are made. Dancers are made. Devils are made. So you know this. You understand when it's the right time. When this information become useful when it must become useful in your life, that's when you understand this. So on the activities, you see most of the elderly, they'll be lacking activities. That's why you see most of the diseases, they start to grow, to come up, because of that. So you need to be careful about activities that will do. Stay active, stay on your path, and so that you won't regret most of the time, or you won't you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's the information that you need to hear, the information that you need to hear, and you need to have time to digest. Don't just hear information and believe there and then. You need time to digest, so that you stay on the path. So yeah, it's not just that you give birth to children and let them go. Who will take care of those children? Same applies. You can't just educate people. You can't just educate a nation and let them go. Who will take care of those students, those graduates? So you need to realize this and act fast, so that your love can be seen. You can prove your love and the efficiency. Yeah, so you need to take care on that one. So another thing is that I told you that money came as a thief. Money came as a thief. You registered everything in the name of money, doing that. Right now, what they're doing, they're building school just to get money. It's more sort of like a scam. So everything is about money. They're building schools, they're building health centers, and they're the ones who are making people sit in the streets. The drug abuse and everything that you see daily. It's not on those free souls. Those people have nothing to do. They don't even know what is happening. Some of them, they just do drugs. But the real thing is that the real thing is that money is stealing the future. Money is stealing the future of mankind, and everyone is, they are chasing power. They are after power, and the future of the generations, is a division. It's a division on the same land, and we've got the voice. I say that realize that there is a force which resists invasion in this part of the land, Africa. Certain vendor tries to pop up, then they fight to erupt, So it has been going on for years. So it's a certain force which resists invasion. And at the end of the day, you see that we need to be assisted. Those beings, we need to be assisted by artificial, artificial things, machines and all those different combination of properties, so that we can be assisted as a population to keep on surviving as a species, and to survive well without more damages. How can you find comfort when you are stable? You see, everyone is trying to find comfort, meaning to say no one is in a stable position. That's what we call life. Life is about instability. You can't find comfort when you comfort. It's gonna be instability, which is pushing everybody to work. So one of the individuals was asking what seems to be an impossible question. He was saying that what's the purpose of us here? why are we here? What is the purpose? And the answers that you're just here to ask, what is the purpose for life? That's the answer, and it's so perfect. It's a perfect answer that you are here to ask. Why are we here? We are here to ask what's the purpose of life, and that you believe in. Okay, so on the same software again, we need the same software so that we can agree on one thing, and life can have a meaning, it can be meaningful, and also to move as one object, as a civilization. If we had different softwares, then it was going to be chaos. If one is seeing that and the other is not seeing, if it's raining and the other one is not being, doesn't care about rain, then that was going to be another life, not this. Okay, so what I'm trying to define is that right now we are living in this planet. It's fun to discuss these issues. It's fun to discuss, not just fun, but we need to know exactly who we are. We need to understand. That's why we are trying to dig deeper, and that's why you've got the power. Sometimes if you've got the wings, you have to use your wings. If you've got the legs, and you have to use those legs. That's why you see we always dig deeper to trying to understand, because we've been equipped with such a ability to dig deeper. So right now on the planet Earth, everyone is curious. We are, our software need food, so that we can survive on the daily basis. Food, that's meaning it's energy. Because what I realized that we are designed to process energy. We are designed to process energy. Everything is all about energy. We receive energy as sound, sound. We receive energy. So if you look carefully, you see that this life is energy. It is just energy existing in different forms. But the most important is the weight, the frequency, the sound. That's why you see sound controls everything. Even sound controls your mind, your brain, all the action. When you are making an agreement about a certain thing or a certain role, you need sound. You need to pass sound, on each other, so that you agree on everything, So I think sound is another very important force. The weight. So as we are existing, we are discovering a lot of stuff at the right time, at the right moment. Because sometimes it's not just a matter of playing, but it's important to discover, so that we can keep on going, because the population is increasing. The world is being accelerated, so that's why we need some gadgets, and different materials, rare earth materials, so that they can assist this civilization. They can assist us. We can assume, yes, we can assume, but that will be based on assumptions. We cannot conclude based on assumptions, because there will be a lot of changes on the way. just like what happened when you discover the laws of the laws of nature. You can discover them, but you can, as you analyze, you can see that these laws we've been wrong, or we've been right, or we've been missing something. So we can't conclude and be on the same on that point only. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So the truth is that you are equipped with everything that you need to survive. As you are equipped with properties to survive. The saliva, enzymes, all those kinds of organs, the eyelids to blink, then when it comes to the character now, when it comes to the behavior, the brain, then the questions come. So many questions erupt, so we need to revisit that. But the truth is that you are equipped to survive. Everything that you have got is for your survival and for the survival of the generations to come. So you need to revisit that and be efficient. So we have been given foundation to build. We have been given foundation to have a life. Because this life we've got a different direction. We've got so many options which we can follow, which we can choose in this life, and how to live, and how to survive. There are plenty of options. That's why you see this life is more complex, so that it can have a meaning by its complexity. So you will see that we are chasing a certain thing. We are being attracted by a certain force. You can't do an action without an attraction. Or maybe we can say it's a push force, or it's an attraction. You can't do a certain wrong without that force. Which even right now, you need to laugh. If you laugh, that's an action. It's, for example, if you laugh right now, meaning to say that you are being attracted by something, by a certain thing which is fun, or you are being pushed by something, you see, which is fun again, or maybe you can be pushed by something which is not fun at all, which is boring. That's why you'll be jumping to the laughing side, so that you can stabilize your blood flow. So you see what I mean exactly. But that's the thing, that's the story which you need to hear right now. That we're opening different switches, we're opening different sensors. As we mature, when you are born, sometimes you'll be just blinking, you'll be just looking, but sometimes you will not be seeing who your father is, or your mother, or something, or a chair, or a roof. You will not see all of that, but we are looking at it. So we are opening different sensors as we mature, as we grow, and there are a lot of sensors that we open. So sometimes that's where you see we differ on the thinking, we differ on the action, we differ on the activities. It's because of the way we open up our receiving mechanism. So because we just receive all the information, I think it's right here. I always talk about the processing of the brain. The brain as a processor, and eyes, ears as the sensors which feed the brain, and all the information what to process. As you are walking in the streets, you will see that you'll be processing people around you, you'll be processing the buildings, you'll be processing that information does not exist in your mind, it exists in the environment, so even if in a forest you can feel that your hair can start to stretch. What is happening is that you are in a forest, and that forest have got a certain force which you are accessing, you see. So if you pay attention to, even in class, if you pay attention, because the teacher is spreading the knowledge, he is spreading the information that you need to hear. So if you pay attention, you will receive the information. But if you switch off the receiving pods, then you won't receive any information, and when the exam comes, you won't write anything, because right now you can't process, you can't revisit that information. It's lost, it's already gone. You didn't save that information in your database. So right now, as we discuss all this, you need also to open certain pods in your life. Even if this life, there are a lot of books which and a lot of beliefs which say that we are not going to end up here. How can the whole civilization believe such a thing? I know that if something is false, people will just look at it and let it go, But if something keeps on running for generations, running on the same story, then something must be true. Something must be true on that. That's why you see right now we have got the food. We still eat because it's true. We need to eat. If it was forced to eat, then you know what I mean. You know the meaning of that. So we need to open all of our receiving pods, so that we can receive a certain information, and we become efficient as a civilization, and not just concentrate on things that makes us laugh, on things that but I can't conclude on that point. So remember that this information is all about the efficiency of the civilization, and remember that I'm Daniel Chigudu. This is 2022. This is 2022 as we are counting from AD. So we have been running for a lot of time, for a lot of years, but we are counting 2022 as from AD. So it's an opportunity to be here, it's an opportunity to live, to witness. So it's a good creation, and that's why we celebrate. That's why we are willing to understand. We are willing to weigh options. That's why what we call life. Life is about trying to weigh options to see. Okay, so this question goes like this: Why is it that this life is said to be perfect, and yet it doesn't seem to be perfect? It doesn't seem to be perfect at all. So I reached this man who was walking, and he was complaining, he was struggling. and they were saying that I'm walking a lot of miles to my workplace, and I'm even struggling to pay rent, do this and that. And then he was struggling indeed. But then I said to him, if you ever think about why is it that you have got legs? Why is it that you are designed, to have legs? You are not designed like a fish. You were going to struggle if you were designed like a fish on this land. But you will not see any fish on land. You will see fish where it belongs, where it was designed to be. So my point is that they are walking, a lot of miles to your workplace. But then you have got legs, When you have got legs, you have to use them. When you have got eyes, you have to use them. That's the laws of nature. You can't complain about that. That's life, And again, complaining is part of the activities of life. Because if you get rich now, if you get rich faster, then you have the consequences to die faster again. Why is that? Because the laws of nature is trying to prevent the freezing point. We should not reach the freezing point. Why is it that the elderly people die? When you grow old, then you die. People are expecting you to die. When what again? So you'll be out of activities if you look carefully. That's when you see even yourself, you might be wishing to die. Even some people around you might be wishing you to get a rest. Why? Because you're out of activities. So life is all about the activities. So the activities that we are doing right now are so important on every corner. That's why I was wondering why is it that they are saying this life is so perfect, yet it doesn't seem to be perfect. It doesn't seem to be perfect at all. But we celebrate rain because it gets dry. If it wasn't dry at all, then we were not going to celebrate rain. Are we agreeing on that one? That the reason why we celebrate rain is because it gets dry. It gets dry at some point in time. So yeah, life is perfect. Life is perfect, and you need to learn to use all of your senses so that you will get more efficient on life. More efficient. And I got excited. What excites me is that the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking for me. It's ticking for you. The clock is ticking for everybody. It is ticking even to the footballers. It is ticking to the doctors. Even those kids who are at school right now, the clock is ticking. The musician who are successful now, the person who want to get a business, the person who want to build, whether it's a house or something, the clock is ticking. If you want to get married, and the clock is ticking for you too. So I get so excited discovering that the clock is ticking for everybody. And then what happens is that when people realize this, they panic. That's a common reaction for this fact. You don't need to realize this to panic, you know. It's a good thing, but this tree is growing so many branches, and what is needed, you know, is if you're part of the branch, you know, you have to be almost 100% strong, efficient, and everything, healthy, and all those kind of stuff, so that the rest of the branch can, you know, it depend on you. We depend on each other. You know, the roots, everything, the branch, the leaves, they cannot survive without each other. That's what we call a tree. So it must be fun to realize that the clock is ticking for everything.